I knew always that I wanted to be a mom, but God just never sent me the husband. I kept praying and thought, if it's meant to be, God's going to provide. He'll open the door at the right time. And 15 years ago, almost 16 now, He sent me Bryson to love and to raise and to be complete our family. Bryson was a preemie. So born at 29 weeks, only weighed 2 pounds. And so you anticipate there may be some delays. They finally put him on the autism spectrum. Intellectual delays, significant. And he's got some mild cerebral palsy that unless you really know Bryson and watch him, you wouldn't know it because it's just his tiptoe walking.
Bryson, what do you like to do for fun?
Play video games.
Video games. Anything else?
Nope.
Just video games?
What'd you tell me the other day?
Girlfriends.
Play with your friends. Probably the best thing that you can ever know about Bryson, and when you meet him, you know it, is unconditional love. Bryson has taught me more about love on this earth than anybody this side of heaven will ever teach you. We had a neighbor child who was just beating him up, and I removed him from that situation, got him calmed down. As soon as he calmed down, he's like, "Mom, can I go play with my best friend?" And me as a mom just wanted to throttle that other child. It's like, how dare you beat up my child? But he doesn't see that. And that's what I want people to understand, that he loves just like everybody else loves. He doesn't hold a grudge, nothing. because he doesn't see it. And that's the way I want people to see him, to love him unconditionally.
My name is Dustin Schrader. This is my wife, Tiffany. We have 4 kids, Kaylin, Tucker, Hutch, and Tinley. We span from 16-year-old down to a 6-year-old.
We noticed that Tinley was a little different, or was not developing the way that our other 3 did, around 6 months. We couldn't really get anybody to listen to us until around 9 months to a year. We started her in therapy, and then around the age of 3, we finally got into Texas Children's, and we had genetic testing done on her, and we found out that she has a rare genetic disorder that is only known by its gene mutation, which is
EEF1A2.
EF1A2. She's one of approximately 15 in the whole world. It mainly affects her motor skills and her development, her brain. So she is almost 7, but we have the mind of about a 2.5-year-old. We're learning more words and stuff, but she still can't tell us if she's hurt or if she feels bad.
We knew she was different, and so when people would say something, we didn't know how to deal with that. But now we just want to tell people about Tinley. And we're not looking for you to feel sorry for us, but we want to explain her to you so that you understand her. To us, label's not a big deal anymore. It's just Tinley. And so the label that we'd put on her is she's Tinley, and she is who she is. And so we've just learned to deal with that and then to explain her to people so that they understand who she is.
Tintin, how old are you?
5.
Good job.
Yeah.
She's full of joy. People tell us that all the time. She's just always happy. And for the most part, she's just happy. She loves people. She loves dancing and music. She doesn't necessarily interact the same way as a typical 6-year-old would, whether it's coloring or eating or playing. She's not going to wait in a line. She's not going to follow directions because she doesn't really comprehend it. So talking to your kids about, hey, there's kids that are the same age as you, but they act different than you, and they still want to be loved. Include them. That's all she wants. She wants to be included. She wants to play with you. Just might look different than a typical 6-year-old.
Just having things available, people that understand and that accept not just Bryson, but others that have similar abilities, disabilities, challenges, whatever you want to call them. People that will love on them and step up, support, just step alongside. As a single parent, that's a challenge, to walk along beside me. It's not just Bryson, because sometimes I feel like I'm just like, okay, I'm out here in the middle of the ocean by myself and I need a lifeline. And just to have people that will sit down beside me, cry with me, say nothing. Those are real important.
I want everything for her that I want for my oldest 3. But that's gonna look different than it does with my oldest 3. I want her to be included.
I think making the effort is what counts here, because there's so many different kids, and when you speak specifically to a kid with a disability or special needs, that looks different across the board. So to adapt to each kid is probably difficult. But at the same time, just saying that we're willing to make that effort to meet you where you're at, because it's not that Tinley doesn't always fit in. Sometimes we don't fit in because we have to be with Tinley, or we have to be a part of her life, you know. And so there's a struggle there across the board that people don't understand sometimes. And so it is what it is. So it's nice for y'all to reach out and try to bridge that gap.